Yeah, an exciting weekend for us. Nobody was predicting this back in October, November, so I can't say enough about the character of these guys. I mean, we had returners, new guys, everybody stepped up. We had to change over in the program. The guys that stayed with us believed in us, what we could do. I just really proud of like those three, Lamonte and Rodell and Jaron. I thought, they did a really good job just being leaders in the locker room all year. And then these new guys really believed in us, came here to win, get to the NCAA tournament. What they were able to pull off in year one, I can't say enough about them. I mean, Blake's shots late were big, but he's been big all weekend. 20 points in the second half yesterday. We wouldn't be here without him. I thought, CJ stepped up huge tonight. He had some huge baskets for us through the course of the game, and to have CJ and Nick be freshmen play as well as they did. I thought Nick did as good a job on Johnson as I've seen anyone all year at any level do on him. I mean, when you look at Johnson, one of the best players in the league. I mean, he ended up with 12 and 6, but when Nick was guarding him, he didn't do hardly anything on him. So I just, contributions we got from all, and Willie, I think, got tournament MVP. I mean, he just played so hard on defense. He scored it really well those first two games. He just was so zoned in to what we had to get done this weekend. We had a mental focus about us this weekend that, that we'd been trying to get them to get to, and they all bought in at the right time. We got hot at the right time. It's the best basketball we've played all year, and picked the right time to do it for sure.
Questions from our students?
Blake, just take us through the last play. What was said, and how did you see it, and what happened?
Coach Oats, he drew up the play for me. We just wanted to get Akron a little confused with movement, and Tay did a good job penetrating in the gaps and threw it to Perk. Perk my man collapsed on Perk because he thought Perk was gonna shoot it, and Perk made the great extra pass, and when it came out of my hand, it felt good.
And then just your thoughts on this season and winning it when you guys were picked 8th or something in the league.
It just shows how tough our team is mentally. A lot of people didn't believe in us in the beginning of the year. We just wanted to prove people wrong. We knew that we were going to be good from the jump, and we came out here, played it like Coach O said. We playing our best basketball at the right time.
Yeah. Blake, what is it like in a game like this? You had the 1-3 that tied it, and then you hit the 3 that wins it, but then also at the end of the game, you got the ball in your hands after the inbounds pass. What is it like to have your ball in the hands with so much up for grabs?
I mean, Coach Oates, he and my team, they just, they have a lot of faith in me as a player, to make big time plays, and sometimes you got to capitalize, and in order for me, to be the player I want to be, you got to make big time plays, and that's what I did.
Yes, sir. Blake, you talked about the sisterhood and the brotherhood between the two teams. What was that like, having them come down and having them win the same day?
Man, it's a great feeling. It's like both teams going dancing. It's gonna be crazy in Buffalo for real.
It's a dream.
That's wild.
Nick, what are you weighing these days?
260.
260? Okay, so you only got 30. Big Dog's only got 30 pounds.
No, their coaches told me he's 320. That 290 ain't right. Whatever he's listed at. They told me after the last game he's 320.
Trust me, he ain't 290.
Yeah. All right. So could you just talk about defending him, particularly their last possession? They bang it down to him, and he missed the 4. So trying to not foul, but not get backed in.
Like on the scouting report, Coach Weiser did a good job preparing me. Just tell them, make them finish over us, and because use our athleticism. So I just, made a tough play, made them go into my body, and had my hand straight up, and just let them finish over me. And he ended up missing the shot. Good defense.
CJ, you had that. First of all, you were the last recruit here. Did you have any jitters at all? A freshman, you're not supposed to be doing this.
This game?
Yeah.
No, not really. I just tried to come out with as much confidence as I could. The first 2 games in the tournament, I had 10 and then I had 4. And, well, I know that I can, like, get in a rhythm and really, like, score the ball. So I just tried to come out with confidence. And I used the last game we played them, I scored 21 points. And I was like, man, you know you can do that again and just help out the team as much as possible. So it was confidence, no jitters.
And so then you had 3, 6, 7, 8, 10 in a row there early in the game. Did the steal and the jam get you going? And then what allowed you to hit so many threes? Was that what in the offense, or what were they doing?
Well, with me, I always get started defensively. Like you said, the steal, and then it turned into the dunk. Like, my defense always turned into my offense. So I just try to play as hard as I can defensively so that the offense will come. And then when it starts rolling, the confidence is there.
For all 3 of you, what does this team bring to the round of 64?
You know, we bring a team. We're like, it's not one individual player on our team. You know, we don't have a Justin Moss, but we have a group of players that can any given night, somebody go off. It could be CJ's night, it could be Perk's night, Willie's night, Lamonte's night, and that's the thing about our team. We're deep. We're about 9 deep, and any given night, it could be a good day for somebody. And don't let us all get going. we gonna make some noise in the tournament if we all get going.
Yeah, is there a sense for all 3 of them, maybe Nick, you can answer this, is there a sense that y'all are hitting your stride at this point? I mean, you talk about everybody had doubters, but y'all knew at the beginning of the year. But, I mean, the record doesn't necessarily back that up, that you knew all year. But is there a sense you're hitting your stride now?
Yeah, I mean, in the middle of the season, we had a 4-game winning streak. And we lost a couple after that. And Coach Oats is, stressed, getting back to how we was playing then, moving the ball, playing tough defense. And that's something I think this last week in practices that we really stressed on playing good defense and moving the ball and focusing on stuff like that. And in the games, you feel me, these last 2 games, a few days, it's been clicking and stuff, on the offense and on the defensive end.
CJ, could you just talk about running the offense against them? They're quicker than Ohio. And, it seemed like they were pressuring up at the top of the key, which made it not as smooth.
Yeah.
And then, and then they also got the big dog, the rim protector. So kind of talk about, it was a tougher going today than yesterday.
No, I wouldn't say that it was tougher, but it's just different things that you have to look for. We wanted to get Johnson in a lot of ball screens so that, get him out of his comfort zone, have him guarding guards at the top of the key and things like that. It was just a different look than Ohio.
Thank you.
Good work, fellas.
Congratulations, gentlemen. We'll continue now with questions for Coach Oats. All right.
Man.
You were the man.
I just wondering how you feel. Delivering what is going to be called the greatest basketball day in Buffalo's in 45 years in Buffalo.
With the women's and the men's, both winning it. It feels great. Felicia's been, great through the whole year with us. She texts, so we kind of text back and forth. She put a little pressure on me winning that thing early in the day, so I feel a little relieved. I had to come through on my end of the deal. She came through on hers, so it's good. The city's going to be bouncing for the next week for sure. It's going to be great. It's going to be a great week in Buffalo.
You get this job, which you had spent a long time working toward, and it looks like things are kind of set up. Things should go fairly smoothly. Might go smoothly here. Can you just talk about
take you through the whole deal?
Not the whole thing. No, in 1 minute.
We were supposed to have.
Can you believe everything that happened and where you are?
When I first got the job, we probably would have had the best roster coming back in the MAC. Through various transfers, decommits, expulsions, whatever it is, it got what people thought would be decimated a little bit. I liked what we had coming in. I wasn't 100% sure on all of them, but I liked them as kids. I liked what they had done in the past, and I thought we had a chance. And you know what? They came in and just worked hard. Like sometimes you got to get a little bit lucky in recruiting, and because you don't know their character as well, it's hard to get to know a kid, especially with the speed recruiting we had to do in the spring. I mean, we had to go fill a bunch of roster spots in the spring, and you know, Coach Hodgson brought in all three of those JUCO guys. They were huge for us. You know, CJ, I got tipped off by a buddy of mine that was at Louisiana Tech, and you know, Perkins we had already. But I mean, you talk about those 6 guys. Like that's 6 new guys were huge for us this year, and so the character of those kids with what they bought in, it just means a lot to me that they bought in like they did in year 1.
And then just the last shot. Could you tell us?
You know what? So the last shot, I mean, to play. Well, you know, I'd rather have really good players than run really good plays. Obviously, you try to run really good plays, but you can guard really good plays. It's hard to guard really good players. At the end of the day, our guys just made the right play. You know, we didn't necessarily score off the first action on it, but we've been stressing to keep the ball moving. You know, don't let it stick. Monte comes off, you know, hits Nick. They close out. They have to rotate over. Nick makes one more, and we were really unselfish. And you know, Blake makes big shots. He's made big shots for us a lot this year, and that shot was the biggest shot anybody's hit for us all year. I couldn't be happier for him. I mean, he's just plays so hard all the time. He's been great for us all year.
You say you don't know guys' character until you've been around them. How do you know whether they're going to rise up the way these new guys did here in this
You know what?
tournament?
You start to figure it out. I mean, you start to test, and you talk to them. You talk to everybody around them when you recruit them. But it's hard until you get them there. I mean, we haven't been perfect on our recruiting since I've been here for sure. But the guys we've got on this roster right now, like, I'll go to war with them any day of the week. I mean, they bought in from day one in the summer, just with how hard we were going to work in this program. And you know, we had some lulls in the season. We didn't start out great early. We had too tough of a schedule with the roster, all the new kids coming in. You know, we thought we were going to have a lot more experience coming back, and they fought through it. We were only 7-6 going into conference, and then we lost 3 in a row at one point when we didn't have Bearden. And I thought the guys played really hard in 2 of those 3 losses, but they just, you know, they fought, and we came together at the end. You know, they fought through a little adversity. Sometimes that's what it takes in life. You know, and it wasn't just adversity on the floor. We had a lot going on with the program, and that just character of these kids was at an unbelievably high level through the course this year. Thank you. Appreciate it.